Hi everyone and warm welcome back to game number 2 with Tman and Bagdadi for the August WARNO tournament from SD League. Today Tman on the right in blue playing as the 5th E French, and over on the other side in red we have Bagdadi playing as the 2nd Infantry Division. It's the British versus the French. Come on Bagdadi, you've got to smash him this time. The British have got to win. Let's have a look at what you've got down. Good spread across the entire map here. Let's grab everything. So we've got a good spread of recon and SAS going up there and some snipers. Not going to be seeing many aircraft at the other side on the sort of initial deployment, especially when it comes to choppers. The French just don't have choppers that are that good. SAS obviously excel at anti-vehicle, anti-infantry and anti-air. So very good units to have out at the start against everything. Back here we've got a Wombat, 2 Wombats in fact, and a Jaeger Commander heading down here, one heading to the center of those Wombats. At the back here we've got some Milan 2s, Wombats, HSF, good spread across the middle there, very defensive. And at the top here we have a couple of Wombats and HSF. Some people really love the HSF. Really love the HSF. I'm not a huge fan of that squad. They don't have any anti-tank, but some people really like them. Let's move all the way around the other side and have a look at what Tman has down. You know, other than AMX-10s. I mean, yeah, 3 AMX-10s right off the bat, as you would expect from a French player. And then we've got the Dragon Powers pushing up that way. At the back here, we've got some Grenadiers looking to push up to there as well. In the middle, we've got some Grenadiers and a Mistral and a Command just pushing into the center. Down here is where a lot of the forces are. We've got AMX-30 EBGs, the anti-infantry tank, pushing up very aggressively. Look at where it's going. And here we have Commandos, Mistral, another AMX EBG, 2 of, and an AMX-30 B2. Okay, so this will be looking like a big push at the bottom here. Tman is going for Echo. Will there be enough there to defend? We will see. Let's switch over to the controller and get zoomed in. I really don't think there'll be much happening in the middle. Maybe we'll see some ATGM fire against the AMX, but I think the big party is going to be down here. Oh, SAS annihilated by the AMX-10, pushed up a little bit too far. Saxon destroyed by the AMX-10 as well. And oh, Jaeger Aufkuhl destroyed down here in their vehicle. Yeah, AMX-10's just wrecking face. Absolutely wrecking face already. SAS getting pummeled by 2 of those AMXs. The AMX in the middle laying down a lot of fire as well. 1 squad of SAS in a bad way up there. Sniper almost dead as well. Wombat in position. And the cluster coming in, going for a kill on one of these AMX-10s. Nice kill on the one in the middle. Very nice. The AMX down here getting pummeled by that Wombat. But the Wombat getting pummeled by the AMX-10s. And now a VAB T20 and 2 AMX-30s that are coming in. Not looking good down here for Bagdadi. He needs to push the middle, because this point is pretty much empty. 1 Jaeger Commander in there, and just a hell of a lot of stuff from Tman. Tman managing to hold the centre here with a couple of squads of Grenadier, Voltigers, and the Dragon Powers, which have survived this fight with their GSR. Good opening by Tman. Once again, just this aggressive push on the bottom. There wasn't a lot there to meet it. And poor Bagdadi losing a couple of squads early to those AMX-10s. AMX-10s are so nasty. A little bit of a points advantage to Bagdadi there, but I think that'll all turn around very shortly. I'm waiting for the command to roll in for the bottom here. He will have to bring in a second one. Jaguar coming in the center there. HE bombing at the back. Wombat was killed. And the Jaeger Aufkuhl badly damaged. HSF pushing up on those dragons. I mean, oh, too close to the Grenadiers. And mobile's being called in over at that bottom point now. While in the middle, Wombat's trying to engage on those Grenadiers. Mobiles aren't a bad choice, but they're going to struggle against those AMX-30 EBGs, which will dish out a lot of damage. Another AMX-10 is in the middle there to replace the one that was destroyed. It is not the fancy one. It is just a standard one, but that's more than enough. This isn't looking good already for poor Bagdadi. Very aggressive push at the bottom by Tman. And in the centre, he's just managed to hold. He's just managed to hold. And Mobile's down here. Getting closer to the AMX. Surely we'll get a kill on this AMX-30. There it goes. Good kill. Commandos engaging on these mobiles though. And the other squad were killed. A couple of M48s being called in at the top there. And a Challenger Mark II. Oh, multiple challenges on the way. That will mince those AMX-30s. Though we'll need to be careful of the AMX-10 of all things. AMX-10 is still a nightmare. Up here at the top. Those HSF just haven't fared very well, have they? One squad has been destroyed, and these two squads still just hanging on in there. Snipers engaging from range. Still no command arriving for that bottom point at the back. Here it comes, AMX-30 B2 command. Trundling along. Can the Challenger get back in this point? The command has had to leave. Gazelle pushing up a bit too close to the Mistral. Come on, Challenger. Those AMX-30s have been moved out the way. Did he see that Challenger coming? He sure as hell shifted those tanks. Unfortunately, he's waiting for the sniper, I think, to be able to see what to shoot at. Very much looking in Tman's favour still at the moment. Not really able to push out in the centre, but is just holding, and that's the most important thing. Keeping the points neutralised with that little advantage. As the sniper's moving in now. There's the command finally arriving, though. This point switches hands. +2 will become +4 in a moment. HSF did manage to finish off those two squads at the top, by the way, and take that position. Or did it? No, hang on. I think those squads actually managed to get out of there, yeah. The Dragon Paras got away. They're down here, look. Sat at the back. Only got one squad. AMX-10 destroyed. That'll be over here. The Challenger doing the business. Milan 2 getting shots off on that Brennus. Challenger a little bit damaged, but not too badly. Come on, Bagdadi, you can get back in this point. Grenadiers pushing out at the bottom here. I wonder if he knows the command is still somewhere nearby. Vab destroyed in the centre there. Challenger going up against Commandos. Not ideal. Obviously the Commandos not doing a huge amount of damage to the front armour of the Challenger Mark II. What's this coming in? HE bombers, two of them. Oh, are they both going for the Challenger? No. They went for the buildings, took out the Milan too. Saxon and Sniper destroyed at the bottom here as well in the meantime. Still an MX-10 here, and that Brennus shooting out. There we go. Challenger gets a kill on the MX-10. That's all the fancy opening ones dead. Mobile's kind of stuck out in the open there. Challenger chasing down that AMX B2. Commandos in the middle now going up against the airmobiles. Sappers Flam coming in down here. More reinforcement infantry coming in for Baghdadi. Good fire support from the Challenger. These commandos almost dealt with. Another AMX-10 coming in at the back there. A little bit of skirmishing going on here between the Sappers Flam and the infantry. Obviously, Sappers Flam not in range to use their flames there, so that's good for Baghdadi. Commandos surely not going to survive much longer. What's going on here? A jet's coming in. HE bomber diving. Going for the commandos. Nice strike. Gets the kill. Taking quite a bit of fire though. I think it's getting out. Yeah. On a tiny pip of health, no less. Warrior Milan's pushing up here. Along with the armor rifles. Unfortunately, most of the infantry that pushed into the town have been minced by that AMX-30 EBG. Most of them are dead now, though. Challenger is doing its work. Unfortunately, no longer able to see that one. In the center, AMX-10 pushing up, giving those infantry something to worry about. The AMX-10s are so good. Oh, and the push is going on up here by Tman as well. Look at all of that fire going in. Oh, AMX-30B with its autocannon doing a lot of damage there. It's a good pushing force at the top. Down at the bottom, Baghdadi is back in the point, still +2 to Tman. He's way out in the lead in terms of points as well. But he is clearing up this point. Can he push through it and get out the other side? Making use of that Challenger. Another Challenger being called into the center as well. Did the other Challenger die? There were 2 Challengers on the field. The other one must have died. I can't see it anymore. Curious what killed that. We'll have to have a look at the end. Good push here. Warriors doing their job. Good fire support. Just needs to find that AMX-30 and kill it. Struggling in the middle at the same time though. Aeromobile's being dropped off at the top there, I can see. Here come the Jaguar HE bombers. What they're going for, dive bomb on the Aeromobiles? Yes. And a dive bomb on the Saxons. Nice kills. Very nice kills. Oh wow, there are so many red units dying right now. Fortunately, the Challenger nowhere near far enough forward to hit that AMX, but those Granite Voltigers have an APLAS launcher. That will mince even a Challenger Mark II. It's stunned. They missed. It needs to get out of there, or smoke or something. There we go, it is retreating. Oof. The APLAS launcher is very, very strong. Even against the front armor of a Challenger, does a lot of damage. Center of the map looking fairly blue at the moment. That's a big push at the top there. And unfortunately, Baghdadi isn't managing to hold it, whereas down here, Tman has managed to stall the push. Assault Pioneers pushing around here. Plenty of reinforcements coming in for this bottom point at the back as well. Aeromobiles charging through in those helicopters. That is not going to end well. One goes down. The other one goes down as well. Cluster bomber comes in and kills the command though. And will the other cluster bomber get the Roland? No, it went for the command in the back corner there. Somehow didn't kill it. Wow. Center point goes to Tman. How did that not die? I'm genuinely... Oh. It landed next to it rather than on top of it. The actual bombs landed there. Unlucky. Very unlucky. Another jet came in there. And another jet goes down. Another cluster bomber. Well, Baghdadi is back in control at this point. He is moving his Jaeger commander up towards the center. He needs to regain control there as Tman is just taking the lead in points in a big way. He'll soon be over halfway. Assault Pioneers pushing in this way. Unfortunately, they are seriously outnumbered and they aren't long range to use their satchels. They need to be on top of the enemy and they will have to go out into open terrain to do that, which will mean they're taking more damage. There's lots of Vabs firing at them. I don't hold that much hope they're going to make it to those buildings. Two very badly damaged tanks there. They won't be doing much pushing at the moment either. Grenadiers behind the lines here. They didn't get killed as the other units came through, so they're just lingering around. Indeed, both those Assault Pioneers were destroyed before they got anywhere near the buildings. And I imagine we'll see Tman push back at the bottom again to make sure that Baghdadi can't keep pushing stuff into the middle on its own and not worrying about the bottom. A bunch of P4 Milans coming in. I think that's to deal with the Challenger, but the Challenger is very badly damaged. Challenger in the middle. A little bit healthier, but not in the best position. AMX-10 pushing up to get shots at it. AMX-10 could be a problem. They do a lot of damage. The Jaguar HE bombers are on their way back in. Where are they off to this time? Going for the Challenger? Going for the Challenger. There they go. Challenger is destroyed. Oof. That's nasty. That is nasty. A Gazelle goes down at the back as well. I don't know if... I think they might have killed that. M48 also destroyed. Just the Challenger remaining down at the bottom now. But here come those Milans. Oh, nasty front hit from the P4 Milan. Another Milan coming in. And there goes the Challenger. Unfortunately, already badly damaged when it went into that fight. Here's the counter push again at the bottom. There's nothing in here. Tman will take this point once more. And I think this might be game. Reinforcements on the way in again. More air mobiles. At least they're fast response. If he can get them deployed. Another command called in for down here. Center point very much in Tman's control as well. Baghdadi trying to push back in there with those arm rifles. But the arm rifles once again out in an open field taking additional damage. Grenadiers sat in the forest. Oh, one's just moved out. The one sat in the forest, obviously, getting a bit more protection. The ones that just moved out are stunned and very likely to die. AMX-30 pushing up there. And an AMX-10. AMX-10 goes down to the Warrior Milan. The Helm at the back as well, trying to take shots at these vehicles. Aeromobiles arriving over here. Choppers are getting landed. AMX-30B2 railing on that chopper though. Surely it will deploy though. Aeromobiles again out in the open versus two squads that are in cover. They need to move. Cluster bomber coming in for that AMX-30. Nice kill. Baghdadi having a bit of success in the center. Certainly keeping the pressure up. What's that? Mirage in, going for that bomber. Aeromobiles running for a building now. Being shot from behind as well by those Grenadiers that were still at the back of that point. Vabs coming in to assist. I think it's simply the case that Tman has more numbers on the map now. And there's the surrender. Commiserations, Baghdadi. That was a tough one. Very heavy push at the bottom there at the start. Not always expected on that map by Tman. Again, about double the kills to losses. Let's have a quick look at those kills and losses. AMX-10s always doing well. At least they died, the initial ones that were brought in. Over at the other side, I mean, the Challenger Mark II cleaned up that bottom point by itself. Look at that. 2 AMX-10s, 3 AMX-30s, 4, 5 AMX-30s. That is really a shame. That Challenger did a really good job pushing back in there. But Tman was just super aggressive. As soon as he saw that was falling apart, he pushed the middle really hard. And he is very good at that. Very experienced player. Well played, guys. I can't really... Do I give Jaguar? Maybe I give the Jaguar HE MVP. Because everything else was tanks, really. Difficult one. It's going to be one of the Jaguars. I mean, that Jaguar cluster did quite well too. That Jaguar cluster bomber managed to kill a Mistral. I'm not entirely sure how, but it did. So there you go. That is quite impressive. MVP to the Jaguar cluster for killing a Mistral. I don't know how it did it, but it did. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon for some more Warno.